Hello, welcome back to the IEM Chicago 2018 qualifiers. It's Boot Dreamscape right now up against TNC Pro Team. The loser of this, unfortunately, goes home.
Atski.
And right now, that is looking to be TNC, as they did go down quite convincingly on Inferno. Their own map choice, moving on to Cache.
Super easily.
Boot Dreamscape, and well, you'd have to expect coming into this matchup, people would have said Boot Dreamscape should be the ones to win it. And they're proving why.
I wouldn't have even expected Boot Dreamscape to be in the loser bracket, to be honest.
No.
You know, so for me, that was a bit of a shock. TNC, I saw them play against MVP. I thought they'd be putting up a bit more of a fight, but at the end of the day, man, Boot, they've got so much experience under their belt now. They've played in Sydney, they've played all over the world. They've played in Sweden. It's just, we've got to start giving these guys the respect they deserve.
Yeah, definitely. But on the same token, they need to be able to dispatch of teams like TNC quite easily, quite confidently, in order for us to put them on a pedestal like that.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're doing so far tonight. If they can do it here again on Nuke, then it should be, all in all, a fairly decent night for Boot. Obviously, unfortunate for them to go down into the lower bracket, losing to SC Absolute, but all in all, if you stay alive, you've still got a chance heading into tomorrow and heading into Tuesday, which is probably where we expect to see Boot Dreamscape later on down the track. For now, though, we just have to focus on Nuke. Their own map choice, they're going to be starting off on T side. Obviously, that's the less advantageous side, but as is often the case, when you pick the map, you tend to know what you're doing.
You would hope, but we see all too often that that's not the case. Anyway, a quick sort of foray into the bottom bomb site on Nuke has worked out in a bomb plant for Boot.
Yeah, player deficit, but still bombed down, post plant. Up in the air as to who this does favour, but I think at the moment you could say Boot Dreamscape have been able to set themselves up with a fairly nice post plant. They're all in decon, however, so all coming from the one angle. That's a little bit interesting.
Wits
Might
has
actually
a smoke for the
surprise
defuse
TNC.
as well. Yeah. You see that defuse kit on Wits? Benkai, though, is going to take down the sub pro.
Yeah, smoke into decon. Doesn't matter at all for impression. And just Papachulo left.
Papachulo.
It's kind of hard to see what's going on.
You lost your words.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puppy Chulo unable to do anything there. Unfortunately, just the retake doesn't work out. Boot Dreamscape.
MP5, Splashkey, let's go.
Yeah.
MP5, Bulbasaur.
Okay, well, there's no way we don't see an MP5 frag here. Saw the entirety of Inferno with not one single MP5 kill. Oh, Splashy, keep left, mate. Come on. Right. Well, let's see. Let's see. Nothing coming out from TNC, just defensiveness.
Yep. Might see a bit more of that, potentially. Obviously, great for Boot to start off with the pistol on the T side. Not only does it boost their round count, but it also significantly hampers the economy of TNC. Really, it could just be one gun round for Boot Dreamscape, and they've essentially done enough in the half. And then anything past that, like if they're up 5-0, even if they go down 10-5, it's still not a bad T half. But that's assuming that they do end up winning the anti-eco, which is not always as easy as it sounds. Quite a nice sound from the MP5, incidentally.
Isn't that insane? All right, well, impressions. Oh, the timing. Just as Borkham just falls back, Pro is going to come up secret.
Yeah, actually, that's probably something we should have mentioned. Pro is going to be subbing in for Baby Boy for TNC. Now, I was under the impression Baby Boy was the manager or sub or something for TNC. So I believe this is their core roster.
I thought it was just maybe he was it was past his bedtime.
Yeah, potentially that too. But yeah, Pro is definitely on the core roster for TNC. So that should be a bit of a leg up for them, but hasn't helped them so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is only a couple of rounds in.
It's early days yet, but it's the T side of Nuke, like we talked about. So far, so good. Bomb down. Anti-Eco survived. Anti-Force Spire survived. Borkham's going to keep that scout, but, you know, that's not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Looking forward to hearing that new bomb sound on B.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Proud of yourself?
I am. But otherwise, another anti-eco here. The scout ended up dying there to the bomb, so that was all for naught. Just delayed 30 seconds. A fast outtake by Boot. Some good smoke usage. A lot of territory gained for free. Spam through the smoke will net Bulbasaur a kill.
There shouldn't be too much of a chance for TNC in this round.
No.
Just with those USPs. And they're going to be walking right into Splashki, who is waiting patiently with the MP5. Never mind, they're going to wrap around into Trophy Room.
Oh, well, slow and steady is the way for Boot. Can't take the risks like MVP were doing. T-side, Nuke, you only get so many chances to win.
That is true. Got to take advantage of every single one. Puppy Chulo only able to get 16 damage over to Benkai before being dropped, and that is really the opening of the floodgates for all the frags as Boot do start to get a bit of a wriggle on.
Well, I expected this to go a little bit quicker, but the bomb gets down, and eventually we find the last two players for TNC Pro, whom were just maybe perhaps delaying the inevitable just a little bit. Now, the gun round will come in. Puppy Chulo seems to just love the FAMAS. I'm sorry, but he always, for some reason, has one. Now,
Yeah, never got it, never understood it.
I can't handle that. Stand that weapon. I can't handle it. Handle. You see where I was going? Now,
yes.
Impression, fast outside, getting down to Ghetto ASAP. It's up to Wits here to try and do something to stop that. Otherwise, the vent drop is even coming from Boot. Full control of unders already. No one really to contest it. Now, the patience game will have to start for the remaining Boot players who can just wait for Impression. And I believe, is it Benkai in the vent? No.
Benkai's in lobby.
Splashki's in the vent. Now, those two players can cause a bit of noise under and cause a rotate, but instead, the ramp take will come.
Oh, 1-for-1, but Borkum doing a good job. Impression comes up from the ramp, not where you'd be expecting a T to come from.
Well, a little bit longer. If they waited just a little bit longer, that could have happened without all that trading necessary.
Oh, well, was that a one-shot headshot?
No, it was just the little bit of delay there, but it was two-shot.
Radio. I was going to see. That was a bit interesting.
No, I tested close range. It's only a two-shot at all times, but it's only a one-shot against no head armor.
Right, of course. Bombs down for Boot as well in the meanwhile, so things are, again, shaping up quite nicely here on Nuke.
Yeah.
And TNC are desperately trying to save these last two guns.
Yeah, let's hope they can save these guns this time.
Didn't there used to be 2 boxes here?
Yes.
So that was one of the other changes to Nuke.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
I haven't casted Nuke a lot, actually, since those changes.
Yep.
No one seems to play it.
Well, get ready for it, Jordan, because the new meta has arrived.
Oh, yeah?
And we're going to see a lot of Nuke.
I'm excited. I actually don't mind watching Nuke.
I don't mind it anymore either.
A lot of people don't like it.
I didn't like it when you could just walk everywhere as T, and you could just walk outside, and you could just walk around the rafters and all this. Now it's got a lot of variety. You need to be quick in places. There's no easy avenues for the terrorists. So it's back to being a bit of an even map, but I still think taking the window out of Hut was not necessary. Splashki is just going to dispose of anything in his way.
Right, this is really what you want to be seeing from Boot Dreamscape.
Is it though?
Well,
it's about to go pear-shaped.
No, not this. Pro in a 1v1 against Tommy, who was hitting everything on Inferno. And Tommy knows roughly where Pro is going to be. Spots him out. Great shot. And that's unfortunate for TNC, but, well, I want to say at least they've done some damage to the economy, but look at Boot Dreamscape. They don't give a heck.
Bobo, yet to buy.
He's got to drop here, surely.
What is it, do you think? Oh, not an MP5.
If it's not an MP5, I don't care.
Well, so far, Boot are doing very well, right? We were talking about how their
sure.
T side had to be good, and TNC Pro unable to stop them so far. The fast mollies will come out. The A execute looking good. The molly on top of the hut, that's going to stop anything from happening there. I feel like Splashkey wants to get down the vent. Oh, okay. Well, if that smoke goes, then he's stuck here. But Impression has made it downstairs once again, but Wits is ready and waiting. I don't see Wits getting 2, but who knows?
Well, not going to even get 1 now by the looks of things. At least he falls back off the line. So, yes, he does get 1. But 1 might not be enough. It's not going to stop the charge of Boot Dreamscape into the B-bomb site.
Yep.
Benkai, however, has gone down, and the bomb was dropped. Benkai was the one holding it. And now Borkum can shut down this angle. It's going to make life much more difficult for Boot Dreamscape. That's actually not an easy bomb to retrieve.
No.
Flash out from Splashkey. Let's see what he can do here. Gets a great shot across onto Borkum. Tommy as well finds Kenzie.
Tommy!
And what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'd be a bit salty at that.
Well,
I'm not a salty person, Jordan. Like,
definitely not.
I don't get angry at the smallest things.
You are the least salty person I've ever met in my entire life.
Thank you, exactly. So that would make me upset. Why is he there? Why is he there? Why does he have an AWP?
Knife time.
G'day, mate. Nah, it's not going to be a 1 slash.
Jeez.
Now it is.
Oh! If Tommy would have got that kill, that would have been
21
hilarious.
seconds. Bomb's not down yet.
Just got to make sure you line it up.
Well, how did that work out for him?
I guess that's actually not too bad.
Well, yeah, that's actually working out pretty well, isn't it? But I didn't know you could actually ruin the Molotov like that on the ladder.
Got a collision model.
Yep. Who knew?
Pro's going to go up into heaven and consequently be mollied off.
Is he though?
Where did that molly go?
Yeah, I think it failed. It fell in the ladder hole. So I guess in one way it was a failure, and in another way it was
That's a success.
A success. But at this point, Boot don't even need to throw grenades. They're just getting the kills. TNC Pro, again, they want a force spy, but they don't. They're going to get pistol armor instead, even out their money a little bit. Boot are doing everything right so far, or really not doing much wrong. TNC unable to punish any mistake that we may have missed. Tommy just taking down, well...
Tommy's not even the one that normally takes the AWP for Boot.
Well, he's just feeling it tonight. You know, you just feel it.
One of those nights, isn't it? Yeah. He's having a fantastic one.
I can just imagine impressions with a bit of a poggers.
Yeah, he would definitely be one of those guys.
Be like Tommy by that same token will just be sitting there. Like, yeah, what? This is normal.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited. Puppy Chulo gets a bit of work done, but not enough. Tommy again and Impressions working together, the tag team, Smash Brothers. Oh, they're on the hunt. And, oh, Vac, aim lock, OMG. Nothing Pro can do, but he does want to get a couple of kills, maybe save the AK.
That would be the dream. Timing,
I
not going
mean,
to work out.
it doesn't get much worse than that. You hate to see it.
It's just nothing is going right for TNC tonight.
You just hate to see it. That's me in Rainbow Six.
Yeah, and probably pretty much every game apart from CS.
Not really every game. Like, I think I was pretty good at PUBG until I stopped playing it. But yeah, goddamn, see it. Rainbow is all about timing. It's ridiculous. But I don't know any of it, so it's not good. But
you'll get there.
I really don't think I will. But anyway, Kenzie from Annex gets the spam on to Splashkey, finally.
That's the best start that they've had.
Yeah, well, he won't be getting down the vent anytime soon, will he? And at the same token, Impressions hasn't made it down the ghetto steps on his own. Must have got prevented by some sort of utility from TNC, or even just mere presence would have been enough, perhaps. The ramp take might come, though. Tommy can walk in here. He might be able to find a way in.
Yeah, knowing Tommy, how he's been hitting shots today, this round is far from over. Just because TNC's got the opening pick, definitely cannot count Boot out of this one just yet.
Oh, I got to say, though, Jordan, 7 rounds for Boot is mighty impressive.
Yeah. If they go down 7-1, like, I mean, let's say they reset next round because they can buy next round as well. TNC is in a spot of bother, that's for sure. Morecambe should be able to clean this one up, but does get traded out. In the meanwhile, however, Wits has found a couple. Now it's time for Bulbasaur. With that 1000 mouse sensitivity.
Well, it'd be like, what, 1000 DPI, 8.2 sensitivity.
I think it's 10.5.
Oh, that's right, 10.5. Just ridiculous. Like,
still hits shots.
yeah.
Kind of helps when they walk into your crosshair, I suppose.
But, I mean, he could move his mouse over an ant and miss something, you know? What is it with me and ants, you might say? Well,
he's not missing anything
This
here.
reminds me of, like, you know, the old days when you would have to just try and grind through a bracket. Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, man.
Bulbasaur had 4 kills there, looking for the ace.
Yep.
And was hitting shots as well. He was hitting shots. Well, that's 1 on the board for TNC. Buy next round's not going to be good, though. Well, I mean, it'll be good enough, but money's still shaky for TNC. Not so the case for Boot Dreamscape, however.
Uh-oh. What's that on Benkai? Pretty toxic, mate.
Gun?
It's a good gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. If you don't hold the left mouse button down for any reason. If you just do that,
There you go.
that's a one-tap headshot. Hey, at least he used it for the right reasons. It's up to TNC to punish it. It'll continue to do that as well. Like, there's a lot of ranges outside that's useful, right? A lot of angles.
Look at Splash Gears.
Every round he's been doing this. Smoke annex, drop down vent. I haven't stopped it once. The molly on top of the hut from your teammate gives him free passage. Wits going down outside. Well, you know he's the guy usually in annex. Pro going to push ramps here. Find Tommy SG off guard for once. Splashki, well, I feel like they know he's here.
Maybe they do. But he's exerting pressure, and Benkai is still sitting on top of Silo.
That's
Executed in the back of the head.
that's a classic Skadoodle move right there. Still in T-spawn with a minute left on the map.
Yeah. Bombs going down on the B side as well. So Splashki's position is now even more useful.
Does he get both?
Yes. Oh, he was close.
It's pretty tough. Sometimes you think you're going to get both, but you rarely do.
Well, 1 is good enough. It's going to force Pro back away. Save the AK. At this point, doesn't matter what you do.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
As if you don't know.
Yeah, look, I've only been to a major. Twice.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
I know. All right. Let's see. It's like a David Attenborough. And here we have a bad buy. Scrapping together.
A bad buy.
Yeah, scrapping together what we can. We will find, well, not much success. Maybe next time, the dominant male
TNC Pro.
walks into the terrorist vent area, hoping to find a mate. So yeah, I mean that's just what.
That's what it is?
That happened. Bulbasaur gonna whiff that nade a little bit, maybe trying to get someone in that corner. Maybe, I mean that's where people would stand if you smoke trophy room as a CT and you think I'm gonna go for an off angle. Benkai again, someone downstairs every round for Boot. It's really been the undoing for TNC. They've had zero control over this map. Like, how does this survive the veto? I don't know. TNC obviously don't play Train. They don't play Nuke. They might as well not play Inferno. It's not looking good for them at all.
Definitely not. Walkham actually is able to get a nice kill there, but I don't think it's going to matter too much as he's now in a 1 versus 3. Molotov is down and he jumps straight up into that. That'll be his undoing. 9-1 now for Boot. Remember, they're on the T side of Nuke, so
Yeah.
just I don't know what you do here if you're TNC.
It's you hate to see it. You hate to see it. If you're TNC, you're just like, well, I guess we've got a good T side, don't we, guys?
You better hope so.
Oh, well, at least they got rid of the Krieg. Benkai's on the MP5 again.
Yeah, he doesn't care anymore.
Molly onto the hut. Splashkey pops vent. Splashkey drops down vent. Although anti-eco, probably not necessary. Very defensive play from TNC Pro. Nothing going on. Not pushing any agendas. Just boot. Waiting.
Well, I just don't know if TNC really know what they want to do, even on this CT side.
Wow.
As far as
Wow, that's
push
toxic.
goes.
That's toxic, man.
No, you're taking my words out.
You're
of
saying they
context.
don't know what to do? This is the best team from the Philippines.
Well, are they? Like, what was Signature in the Open Qualifiers? Did they try to... Oh, sorry, not... Yeah, okay, I'm talking Thailand. Never mind. Yeah, I guess they are the best team from the Philippines.
Yeah, that's right. Been there.
I was still on the last match.
Been there. Casted Counter-Strike there as well. How about you?
Yep. Casted Crossfire there too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pacific Makta.
Yep, they were there.
Hello, Bobus. Oh, what are you showing me here? That was not going to anywhere. That was just masking footsteps, perhaps? What do you think? I think so.
Sure, we'll go with that. You probably know more than I do. USP's out for the boys for TNC. Not much else though.
This guy. Oh, just the USPs. What do you want him to do? Huh? Sing around and dance?
Try something.
Yeah, well,
Oh dear.
that just happened.
Yep.
I mean, what do you want from us?
That's pretty much just the game in a nutshell.
I mean, at this point, Boot,
TNC throwing bodies at Boot.
this is where Boot just type GG, forfeit the rest of the rounds in this half.
Yeah.
And head on over to the CT side and get it over with. We've got some actual weapons now on the TNC side, so good on them. They've ecoed well. The MP5 is going to potentially rip them to shreds. No head armor across for anyone. No mollies to stop any pushes.
Tommy still with that ore. This time not being able to find the opening pick. Right, Boot, again, going to be charging on through outer. Making their way to this.
All right, well, this is good. Pro's in a good spot, but he doesn't really have any friends, considering
Well, it's one and done, isn't
they've
it?
done it every round. Can you see the weapon? Oh,
Good
yeah,
trade from Impression.
It's very hard to get to there. Tommy's also cracked open the ramps. At this point, I want TNC to save, but it's just not going to happen.
I don't think it'll make a difference, to be honest, Ian. It doesn't seem to matter whether they have guns or whether they have pistols.
Yeah.
Boot is
It's going
so
to be
nonchalant.
It's going to be a 16-1, never forget at this point. I mean, such little resistance being put up across the entirety of the map. It's hard to even watch. Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, Jordan. It's embarrassing. What they need to do is they need to either stop Impressions and Benkai getting outside to unders every round so easily by either putting someone outside under the ghetto staircase like Pro was with a teammate.
Yeah.
Remember the previous round where they had, I think it was Wits, it was under with the AWP. Have Pro in that corner, have Wits on the line, you know, bang, bang, there's two players there.
Easy peasy.
They need to get somebody to hold the top site, prevent Squeaky Door from being opened. If they do this smoke through the rafters, whack a smoke down. If they molly on top of the hut, because look what's happening. Splashkey is just getting down the vent every single round. You might as well just hold ramps. You might as well just all rotate under at the start of the round.
Yeah, this is insane what Splashkey is doing.
It reminds me of what Snacks did when this map first came out. Like for Virtus Pro, they were just doing it every round. Snacks with the sawn-off shot.
Benkai fodder ahead of him, only able to get two. Tommy now posted on the line with the orb. Just falls off at the wrong time.
Oh, you would hate to be a fan right now, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
of TNCs.
Yeah.
You would just think we're the most evil people in the world. But really, that's the score.
Yeah, you look at the scoreboard, you look at the scoreboard of the last game, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Like, if TNC were able to match it, they would be. You know. I'm really worried about T-side if they have to play a couple of rounds.
Well, they will, inevitably.
They haven't really even managed their economy well, considering they've got loser bonus coming out the wazoo.
Well, they haven't been able to save any guns.
Yeah, well, they haven't
They
tried.
haven't tried.
They haven't tried.
That's
There
true.
was one round where they tried to save.
I think Pro's been trying to save, but apart from that...
Well, you don't know whether it's trying to save or what, do you? Borkham's tried to save here before and died holding a scout. Like, they're just bleeding rounds at the moment, and there's nothing that they obviously are capable of doing to stop it. So Boot are just wiping the floor with them. If I'm an opponent later on in the bracket, I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking, Boot look pretty strong on Nuke, right? You're thinking TNC, yeah, they're probably not that good, but just seeing the fundamentals of what Boot have, they've got a clear understanding of how to play this map on the T side.
Sometimes that's all you need, because not every team has the ability to play Nuke, so...
No.
If you're even half decent at Nuke, that's better than a lot of teams.
But you wouldn't even chance it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, Benkai just taking the duel against Pro, and no surprises, he will be able to win it, as has been the case most of the time in this map. Tommy now jumping up onto Silo as well, now that Benkai has gone down. It's just a bit of a deathmatch on Outers right now, and Boot are coming out ahead.
I feel like a deathmatch would be TNC Pro's best opportunity as well. You know?
Yeah.
Bring them down to your level. But unfortunately, Boot come out on top. Look, this is winnable, to be honest. 1 versus 3. Nuke is one of the age-old clutch maps.
I don't think it's going to happen if Splashke gets up into heaven. He's going to have too much positioning on Borkum.
You can hear a pin drop at this rate.
He's going to get him anyway. Borkum not watching the correct angle. That's 13 up for Boot Dreamscape. One more round left in the half.
Oof. This is a feels bad, man.
Yes. All a learning experience for TNC.
Oh, absolutely.
It's, I mean, we've never seen them play, really, against competition like this.
No.
You and I, yes,
best in the region.
Maybe they have, but I feel as though this is sort of a new level that they're going to need to be going up against if they want to really push the top of the Asian region.
There was a lot for them to take out of their game against MVP. For this one, they just haven't shown up.
Yeah.
Admittedly.
Aggression almost gets a second there, but Tommy is going to be good enough to get the trade. So 2v2. Even though it started pretty nicely for TNC in this round, it's still up in the air. And Benkai, he's not going to miss that one. Just Wits alive, and with the AWP retaking the A-bomb site from Rafters is definitely not an easy task. Benkai gets tagged somehow. And on the bomb goes Wits. Tommy takes the aim battle and wins it, of course, 14-1. Boot are not messing around here.
Tommy's score is 15-5 as well, so he's having a great time. Carrying on from Inferno.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen here, Jordan? Do you think the T's will win the pistol round? They usually do.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the way that Boot is playing right now, it just seems like they'll walk away with the pistol as well.
Yep. Maybe even run away with the game. Maybe. You know, wouldn't that be unlikely? MC, are you trolling us, mate? What is this?
You hungry?
I'm not hungry anymore.
These would be the computers you used to play on back in the day?
Oh, I actually had a CRT monitor, obviously being...
I did as well. I played Age of Empires 2 on it, I remember.
Did you ever go to LAN?
Not with the CRT.
I had to carry this 17-inch CRT monitor to LAN, and it was just like...
Like going to the gym.
My nerdy little arms couldn't handle it. The next day, your arms are sore. You feel like you've achieved fitness.
I've achieved greatness.
Yeah, like, God damn it. Get out of my way, Mike Tyson. Now it's your tower. Now your tower weighs 20 kilos. Never used to
Yeah.
back in the day. Never, hardly had anything in it.
Didn't have a graphics card.
You had one hard drive. You had a you had a graphics card, but
Oh,
they weren't
yeah.
like they are today.
They weren't bulky.
Your power supply was this tiny little thing that hardly weighed anything.
Okay, let's see. TNC, how long are they going to last? That's what I ask, because I don't think that they're going to be able to get back into this map. But maybe there's a chance for them just to make this look a little bit more respectable on the scoreboard. Impression high up on the rafters, does spot the first couple, and 2 kills go his way. Tommy as well chiming in. Oh, this is not looking good at all for TNC. They'll be wiped away from the A bomb site. 15 is up for Boot. And I think we can start to say our goodbyes to TNC.
Goodbye.
My lover.
I was going to say my brother, because they don't really want lovers, but they play Counter-Strike, so they're my brother.
There you go.
Well, yeah, look, guys, I wouldn't want to save anything in the back. Puppy Chulo hasn't even bought a flashbang with his $200. So, saving some money for
When they win this round?
for a potential next round. Molly comes down on the squeaky door, something that TNC weren't doing.
Well, Puppy Chulo gets Benkai, but immediately traded back by Splashki.
Yep, MP5s galore everywhere for the CTs.
Well, Impression's got the Alligator out.
Yeah, good old Alligator. And we're back to a stalemate.
Not for too much longer. Bobasaur spotting one out.
Yep, immediately falls to buy time for the rotation coming under ladder. Probably unaware of any situation outside or down the vent. Should be somewhere up here with Splashki, to be honest. It shouldn't be a one-man army right now. Splashki needs to make sure they don't get up the ladder. They are rotating under, so now Bobo, it's all back onto you, mate.
He's sitting behind the silo in the middle of the site. No one from TNC has spotted him on the cross.
Yep. It's looking like a bit of a, what do we used to call this, around the world?
Well, it doesn't matter. Impression with the Alligator shuts it down. Boot Dreamscape will 2-0 tonight against TNC.
Yep.
After a 1-2 loss against SC Absolute. Not too bad all in all for Boot Dreamscape. They're going to progress on through the lower bracket. They'll be very pleased with how that match in particular has gone. And unfortunately, that means we say goodbye to TNC. And obviously earlier today, we said goodbye to Tai Lu as they forfeited their 2 matches. So we know our first 2 teams out of IEM Chicago 2018 qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, look, they really were outmatched here by Boot Dreamscape, who really dropped into the lower bracket off a couple of rounds from SC Absolute. So I'm not sure how that game went with MVP.
Well, we bring up the bracket and we'll be able to see, Ian, that it was a 2-0 for MVP over SC Absolute. So they put themselves into the upper bracket final against Flash Gaming. That match will decide who goes into the grand final with a advantage. I believe it will be a 1-map advantage in the best of 5 final. But we will get confirmation for that tomorrow. In the lower bracket, that's what we're mostly going to be having a look at tomorrow. We've got SC Absolute, 5 Power. That should be a pretty good game. I might even lean to SC Absolute, I think.
Based on their performance today, beating Boot, I'm going to lean towards SC Absolute. To get across 5 Power Gaming, I feel like Boot will deal with Made in Thailand relatively easily. I think Boot will take it to SC Absolute this time. Yeah. We'll see MVP versus Boot final clash for getting into the grand final against Flash. That's my predictions. I'm calling it early.
Yeah, well, I don't think Boot's going to have too many troubles against Made in Thailand, particularly given their results against TNC.
Yep.
And you'll probably put TNC and Made in Thailand on a fairly even level, I think. So definitely going to be a pretty interesting day tomorrow. And then not only tomorrow, we've also got those finals coming up on Tuesday night, which is where we get to decide who goes to Chicago. Who do you reckon it is going to be, just based on today?
Based on today, you'd have to say Flash Gaming.
Yeah, I think it should be Flash as well. But we could change our minds tomorrow. That's for sure. Depends on how the match goes between MVP and Flash. That's a big one.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of our broadcast for tonight. Thanks very much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time with more IEM Chicago 2018 qualifiers. We'll see you then.
All eyes are on you. So give them greatness with Intel Extreme Masters certified PCs and notebooks and game like the pros. When you see the unique IEM certified stickers on the outside, you'll find high-grade